Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum students. In this segment we discuss about the classification and introduction of classification, importance of classification, brief history of classification and some systems of classification as well. So we start with our first terminology, that is the classification. So what is classification? Basically the arrangement of plants into groups and subgroups on the basis of similarities. Like plants को arrange करना groups और subgroups में similarities की basis पे. This is called classification. Arrangement of plants into groups and subgroups on the basis of similarities is called the classification. So there is another term that is the criteria of classification basically, and the criteria depend on new investigation. So the characters which are uses as basis of classification, that is the criteria of classification. And major criteria of classification are basically this is the morphology, anatomy. Major criteria of classification basically are morphology, anatomy, phylogeny, palynology. Palynology basically this is the study of pollen grains. Karyology basically this is the study of chromosome. And embryology. Serology is the chemical studies. And phytogeography basically this is related to distribution. And paleontology related to the fossils and life histories. Basically this is the criteria of classification, and criteria of classification depend on the new investigation. And what are the new investigation? For example, criteria for classification of algae, what unicellularity or simple multicellularity, and presence of pigments. So the blue-green algae like cyanobacteria placed in algae, but after the discovery of electron microscope, this criteria was changed. Now all algae taken as eukaryotes. As cyanobacteria are prokaryotic, they removed from algae and placed in Monera. Many changes in criteria have occurred during whole history of the classification. So this is the new investigation criteria. And after that we move towards the next point, that is the units of classification. So what are the units of classification? The units of classification are basically taxa, and following units of classification, like each taxa or category is more general than the taxa or category below it. So members of lower category resemble more with one another than the higher taxon. Initially, classification was based on appearance or morphology. Later, there was advancement in the knowledge of cytology, physiology, genetics, and molecular biology. So, classification of organisms has been modified. Following units of classification which are used in the biology, that are species, genera, families, order, class, phylum, and kingdom. So firstly we discuss about the what is the species. Species is the basic unit of classification, and species is a group of natural population which can interbreed freely among them and produce fertile offspring, but are reproductively isolated from all other groups in nature. This is the species. For example, all the potato plants belong to single species, that is the Solanum tubersum. This is the example of species. Species formation by inbreeding cannot be applied to asexually reproducing organisms. So each species has its own structural behavioral characteristics. Different species do not exchange genes between them. So species is an independent unit from the evolutionary unit. So after the species there is a genera composed of one or more similar species. For example, Solanum tubersum, Solanum nigrum, that is the Mecco, and Solanum Melangana, that is the Bengan or brinjal, you can say that, are placed in single genera, that is the Solanum. After the genera, there is a family. Similar genera form a family. The genus Solanum lycopersicum, that is the tomato, and Nicotiana, that is the tobacco, have common characteristics. Genus Solanum lycopersicum and Nicotiana have common characteristics, so they are placed in single family, that is the Solanaceae. Tomato and tobacco family is the Solanaceae. So after family there is a order. What is order? Similar families form an order. After that class, similar orders form a class. For example, all the orders of flowering plants placed in single class. This is the Angiosperm. After the class there is a phylum. You can also say that the division. Similar class form phylum. Phylum is also called divisions in plants like algae and fungi. After that there is a last one, that is the kingdom. Similar phyla form a kingdom. There are two kingdoms like animal kingdom and plant kingdom. After the units of classification, we move towards the importance of classification. So what is the importance of classification? This is a very important point for the examination point of view. Like classification has great importance in botany for the botanist as well. Like classification arranges the plants in different systematic groups. Arranges the plants in different systematic groups. It makes easy for the botanists to study different plants. So there is another point, that is the phylogenetic relationship. Classification gives phylogenetic relationship among the plants. So the evolution of plants can be studied from classification. Evolution of plants studied from classification on the basis of phylogenetic relationship. So different members in taxonomic group have similar characters. So the study of morphology, anatomy and cytology of one member gives the idea of structure of other members as well. Gives the phytogeography of plants. This is the last point of the importance of classification. Like classification also gives the phytogeography of plants as well. So after the importance of classification, there is a brief history of classification. So after that we move towards the brief history of classification. In the history of classification, following botanists plays very important role in the classification. Like first one is the pre-Linnaeus. So pre-Linnaeus period, basically in that period organized plant classification system was absent in pre-Linnaean period. Like organized plant classification जो है वो एब्सेंट थी प्री लिनियन पीरियड में. ग्रीक्स क्लासिफाइड प्लांट्स, ग्रीक्स ने क्लासीफाई किया प्लांट्स को ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ हैबिट्स और इकोनॉमिक इम्पोर्टेंस की बेस पे. सो दिस सिस्टम कॉल्ड हर्बलिस्ट क्लासिफिकेशन सिस्टम. प्री लिनियर सिस्टम कॉल्ड द हर्बलिस्ट क्लासिफिकेशन सिस्टम as well. And there is a second point, that is the Carolus Linnaeus. Carolus Linnaeus regarded as the father of taxonomy. Also Carolus Linnaeus also called the father of taxonomy. This is the important point for the MCQ's point of view. Who is the father of taxonomy? You can take the option, that is the Carolus Linnaeus. He introduced first classification system. This system is considered as the beginning point, also introduced by nomenclature, and his system of classification was artificial. एक तो इसने क्या किया कि beginning point जो है वो इसने introduce करवाया और classification system को introduce करवाया कैरोलस लीनियस ने. उसके अलावा by nomenclature को introduce करवाया और उसका जो system है classification उसे artificial का name दिया गया. After the Carolus Linnaeus, there is another botanist, that is the Bernard de Jus and Laurent de Jus. They tried to improve the system of classification of Linnaeus. They introduced the natural system of classification. And after that there is Augustin Pierre de Candolle. He tried to improve the classification system of Jus. and he divided plants into 213 orders. Divided the plants, Bernard Dijus and Laurent Dijus divided the plants into 213 orders. According to him, physiological characteristics were useless for classification. Therefore, the only morphological characteristics for classification only used. So there is another botanist, that is the Robert Brown, who discovered the nucleus in the cell as well. He differentiated between angiosperm and gymnosperm plants. Bentham and Hooker, another botanist, that is they were British botanists. They gave their own classification system. And Charles Darwin presented his theory of natural selection. It introduced concept of evolution of classification as well. Charles Darwin introduced concept of evolution and give the theory of natural selection. This is the important point for the MCQs, like who give the theory of natural selection, then you can take the option, that is the Charles Darwin. And who give the concept of evolution, like also Charles Darwin. After the Charles Darwin, there is another botanist, that is the William Hofmeister. William Hofmeister, he discovered phenomena of alternation of generation in the lower plants and helped in classification. And William Ecker introduced phylogenetic trend in plant classification. And Adolf Engler and Carol Planter, their system of classification based on phylogenetic relationship. Adolf Engler and Carol Planter, system of classification based on phylogenetic relationship. And there is a other botanist, that is the Charles Edwin Bessey. He modified the Bentham and Hooker's classification system and made it system of phylogenetic. After that, there is a Robert Whittaker. Robert Whittaker, he introduced the 5 kingdom system. Who introduced the 5 kingdom system? So Robert Whittaker introduced the 5 kingdom system. He removed algae, bacteria and fungi from plants. Who removed the algae, bacteria and fungi from the plants? That is the Robert Whittaker. And last botanist, that is the Margulis and Schwartz. They modified the criteria of classification of 5 kingdom system. Who modified the criteria of classification? Then you can take the option of Margulis and Schwartz. So these are the botanists who take part in the history of classification. आपने ये जो सारे का सारा हिस्ट्री ऑफ क्लासिफिकेशन है, इसको बहुत ज़्यादा वो डिटेल में जाने की ज़रूरत नहीं है. इसको अपने MCQ पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से जो है वो माइंड में रखना है, पिन पॉइंट के तौर पर. ओके, नाउ वी मूव टूवर्ड्स द सिस्टम्स ऑफ क्लासिफिकेशन. After the history of classification, there are the systems of classification. 4 systems of classification basically. First one is the artificial, second is the natural, third is the phylogenetic, and fourth one is the modern system. So artificial system, the classification system based on 1 or 2 morphological characters, based on 1 or more 1 or 2 morphological characters for the identification of plants is the artificial system. And this system groups many unrelated plants, like linear system of classification is an example of artificial classification system. So there is another system, that is the natural system classification system, which is based on set of morphological characteristics for growing similar plants. That is the natural system of classification. And you can also say that the classification system of Bentham and Hooker is example of natural system. And third one is the phylogenetic system. This is defined as the classification system which grouped plants on the basis of set of morphological characteristics and phylogenetic relations as well. This is called the phylogenetic system of classification. And the classification system of Engler and Carol Planter and classification system of Bessey are example of phylogenetic system. So fourth one is the modern system. This is defined as the system in which plants are grouped on the basis of morphological characters and modern studies. Morphological characters and modern studies like anatomy, palynology, serology, carology, and embryology, phytogeography, and paleontology is modern classification system, and the Takhtajam classification system is example of the modern system of classification. So what is the example of modern classification system? So this is the Takhtajam system of classification. This is the modern system of classification. So first one is the classification system of Carolus Linnaeus. So this system is based on floral characteristics. He chiefly used the characters of stamens. His system is called sexual system. Carolus Linnaeus used the characters of stamen, so this system is called the sexual system. System is very convenient for the identification of plants. He presented his classification system in 2 books, important for the identification of plants, and he presented or introduced their classification system in different 2 books. These are the Species Plantarum and Genera Plantarum. This is the very important terminologies for the MCQ point of view, for the fill in the blank point of view. You can must notice on that. Okay, these are the Species Plantarum or Genera Plantarum as well. So advantages of classification system of Linnaeus is first to there is a introduced system of classification. Like क्या है कि इसने Linnaeus system जो है, Carolus Linnaeus ने क्या किया, इसने इंट्रोड्यूस करवाया classification system. Like some system of classification, it gave basic knowledge of classification, and it was widely accepted by the taxonomists of that time, and it provides basic knowledge for classification, and it provides also reference work, and he gave clear-cut concept of species, and that concept of species is still used nowadays. These are the advantages of Linnaeus system. After there is a disadvantages of Linnaeus system. These are the Linnaeus system is the artificial system. Linnaeus declared his system, that is the artificial or temporary. He realized that this system should be changed with some natural system, and Linnaeus grouped some unrelated plants due to similarity in flower structure. This is the basic disadvantage of Linnaeus system, grouping of the unrelated plants. And similarly, Carolus Linnaeus was a very religious person, so he opposed the concept of evolution of classification. So who opposed the concept of classification? There is a Carolus Linnaeus. So after the advantages and disadvantages, there is a scheme of Linnaeus system. So Linnaeus divided the plants into 24 classes. Mostly use the characteristics of stamens, so they are called the sexual system, and differentiate between classes. Also use the conditions of perigynous, hypogynous, dynamis, and filaments fused or not fused, a number of fascicles, anther attachment, and presence of male and female flowers as well. So we discuss about the 24 classes. Only name and means of name you can kept in your mind only, not further detail. So first one is the class Monandria. Like mono, name indicates only one stamen. He used one stamen. In class Diandria, 2 stamens, and further so on. Like there are 24 classes, like Monandria, Diandria. After that, Triandria, 3 stamens, Tetrandria, 4, Pentandria, 5 stamens are used. Class Hexandria, there are 6 stamens. Heptandria, 7 stamens are used. Class Octandria, there are 8 stamens are used. And Enandria, they have 9 stamens. And Decandria, They have in case of Decandria they have 10 stamens, and Dodecandria they have used 12 to 19 stamens in case of Dodecandria. And Icosandria, there is a class in which they have used 20 or more stamens, and hypogynous conditions occur of the flower. And class Polyandria, they have 20 or more stamens with hypogynous condition. And class Didynamia 14 class. In this case they have didynamous stamens, like many stamens, and Tetradynama, they have tetradynamous stamens. Monodelphia, they have fused filament with one vesicle. Monodelphia, fused filament with one vesicle. And Diadelphia, they have fused filament with two vesicles. And Polydelphia, their stamens are fused with several vesicles. And Syngensia, they have antherconate. And Gynandria, their stamens are fused to their pistils in case of Gynandria. This is the 20th class, and there was 21 class, that is the Cryptogonia. Cryptogonia is the class in which Cryptogamia, basically flowers are absent. And class Monoaceae, they have male and female flowers on same plant. And Dioeciae, they have male and female flowers on different plants. In case of Monoaceae, male and female on same plants. In case of Dioeciae, they have different plants, they own the different plants. So this is about the scheme of classification of linear system, and this is all about the first system of classification, that is the Carolus Linnaeus of classification system, in which we discuss about the advantages of that system, disadvantages of that system, and the scheme of linear system. And in this scheme they divided the plants into 24 classes, and these classes are from 1 to 24. You can kept only their names in their minds. This is enough for you. After the first system of classification, there is another system of classification, that is the Bentham and Hooker classification system. This system was proposed by George Bentham and Joseph Dalton. Discovered by George Bentham and Joseph Dalton Hooker. And they divided the seed plants into 202 orders. So their system was published in the book, that is the Genera Plantarum. So system of Bentham and Hooker was published in which book? That is the Genera Plantarum. And they divided the seed plants into 202 orders. So after the basic introduction of that system, there is a advantages of Bentham and Hooker system. These are the Bentham and Hooker classification system based on natural classification system, and it changed the artificial classification system. And it differentiated between plants, like plants of seed producing and non-seed producing plants. Differentiate between seed producing and non-seed producing plants like angiosperm and gymnosperms में इसने क्या किया, differentiate किया. Third one is the deals with flowering plants, and mostly Bentham and Hooker classification system mostly deals with flowering plants, that are the angiospermic plants. And after that there is another disadvantage, that is it covers a large number of plants. And criteria for this system is vegetative characteristics, basically, in presence of pith, cambium, and arrangement of leaves, leaf venation, presence of corolla, calyx, perianth, stamens, and carpus. These are the vegetative characteristics, and this is the criteria for this classification system. This is the advantage. After that we move towards the disadvantages of that system. These are the based on natural classification system. Like this system is based on natural classification system, and it uses set of morphological characteristics. but this system failed to give concept of phylogenetic relationship. Therefore, it is only modified form of lineage system. So this system was not accepted by many taxonomies. This is the major disadvantages of that system. After the disadvantages, we move towards the scheme of Bentham and Hooker. So classification system divided the plants into two major groups. Each group has subgroups, and subgroups have divisions. Divisions have series, and series have cohorts, and cohorts have divided into further orders basically. And after that, there is a group 1 basically. Angiospermy. The ovule is enclosed in ovary. In case of angiosperm, ovule is enclosed in ovary, and they are flowering plants. Pollination occurs in them. Pollination also occurs, and it has two subgroups. Angiospermy have two subgroups: subgroup dicotyledons and subgroup monocotyledon. In case of dicotyledons are herbs, shrubs, or trees. Stem has central pith also. The thickness of stem is increased by the activity of cambium. Thickness of stem increased by the activity of the cambium, and they have reticulate veins in their leaves. Embryo has two cotyledons. So you can say that this group is the dicotyledons for the basis of two cotyledons. And subgroup dicotyledon is further divided into following divisions. These are the Polypetalae, Gamopetalae, and Monoclemidae. Dicotyledons divided into further divisions. These are the Polypetalae, Gamopetalae, and Monoclemidae. So what is the Polypetalae? In case of Polypetalae, calyx, corolla present. इस केस में क्या होता है कि पोलीपेटली केस में कैलिक्स और कोरोला जो हैं वो दोनों प्रेजेंट होते हैं, और पेटल्स आर फ्री. पेटल्स फ्री होती हैं. दिस डिवीजन इज डिवाइडेड इनटू थ्री सीरीज में फर्दर ये डिवाइड हुई है. लाइक दीज आर थैल्मीफ्लोरी, डिस्कीफ्लोरी, एंड कैल्सीफ्लोरी. Three divisions. These are the three series basically: Thalmiflory, Disciflory, and Calciflory. Each series has many cohorts and orders as well. So division second, that is the Gamopetalae. In case of Gamopetalae, calyx and corolla are fused, and in case of Polypetalae, they are present. And stamens are few and attached to the corolla, and it has three series. These are the inferi, heteromeri, and bicarpellate. So the monoclemidae, third one is the monoclemidae. In case of monoclemidae, this division has mostly unisexual flowers, and they form perianth, and it has six series. These are the curviembry, multi-ovulati, and microembry, daphneals, and etc. So there is another group, that is the subgroup monocotyledons. They are mostly herbs, stem without pith, and cambium is absent in case of monocotyledons, and vesicular bundles are scattered. The leaves are parallel venation. Venation is the parallel in case of monocotyledon leaves. So embryo has only one cotyledon, so this is called the monocotyledon. And this subgroup has no division, and it has the 7 series. So these series are Microspermy, Epigyne, Coronarica, and Calcinaceae, Nudiflory, Apocarpi, and the Glumaceae as well. Only name you can keep in your mind, not in detail. So there is a second group, that is the Gymnospermy. It has three orders, that is the Genetaceae, Coniferae, and Cycadaceae. So Gymnospermy are the shrubs or trees. The trees are resinous, and stem has central pith. So vesicular bundles are present in its rings. Secondary growth occurs due to cambium. Due to cambium, there is a secondary growth in case of gymnosperm, and leaves are look like needle-like leaves, and they form cones. Ovule is naked and it is not covered by ovaries. So pollination occurs through direct contact. It has three orders. These are the Genetaceae, Coniferae and Psychidaceae as well. This is about the Bentham and Hooker classification system. And this is the flowchart diagram of Bentham and Hooker classification system. You can notice all the series, orders and subdivisions and subgroups, classes as well. You can see that in detail. So there is another system, that is the third one, classification system of Engler and Prandtl. So this system was developed by Adolf Engler and Karl Prandtl. These are the two botanists, German botanists basically. They published their classification system and they followed classification system of Iker, and their system was replaced by classification system of Bentham and Hooker. So the characteristics of that system, these are the basically organized plants according to affinities in that system. Like system organized the plants according to their affinities and according to their phylogenetic relationship as well. So follows systematic plan. It follows the systematic plan, like the plants are arranged from simple to complex one. This is the systematic plan. And flower without perianth, like most primitive flowering plants are without perianth according to this system. And Gamopetalous more advanced than Polypetalous. Gamopetalous condition is taken as more advanced than the Polypetalous condition. So the monocotyledons placed before dicotyledons in this group, and according to this system evolution occurs from hypogyny to epigyny, and epigyny condition is intermediate between the two. So the classification scheme of that system is, there is a scheme of classification like division, Embryophyta, Sphinogama, and plants divided into two subdivisions. These are seed producing plants, and the plants are divided into two subdivisions. These are the Gymnospermy and Angiospermy as well. In case of Gymnospermy, these are the 6 major classes. In case of Gymnospermy, Psychedales, Bennettitales and Ginkgos and Coniferales and Corditales and Gentiales. These are the classes of Gymnosperm. After that, there is a subdivision of Angiospermy and their seeds. Seed producing flowering plants. Angiosperm are seed producing flowering plants, and they have the further two classes. These are the monocotyledons and dicotyledons. In case of monocotyledons, this class has 10 orders, and in case of dicotyledons, this class has 17 orders. So this is the outline or flowchart diagram of the Engler and Prandtl classification system. You can see that and notice the major point as well. So important points in this lectures, basically you can able to define the classification. What is classification? What is the artificial system and what is natural system, and define the phylogenetic system as well, and also give its criteria of classification and units of classification as well. And also you can answer the you can able to answer the importance of classification and some botanist regarding the history of classification you can remember. This is all about the system of classification.